This is VOA News. I'm David Byrd. Iran detained two British oil tankers in the Straits of Hormuz on Friday, but one of them has been released and allowed to continue its voyage. The Liberian-flagged Mesdar was stopped and boarded Friday in the strait after it started oil leaks in the waterway. It was later released. Another British-operated vessel, the Stena Impero, was stopped by the Iran Revolutionary Guard Corps and detained for violating what were called international maritime rules. British Foreign Secretary Jeremy Hunt said the seizures were, in his words, unacceptable, and that London is looking for a diplomatic way to resolve the situation.
We're not looking at military options. We are looking at a diplomatic way to resolve the situation. But we are very clear that it must be resolved.
At the White House, President Donald Trump said the United States would be working with Britain on this situation. Earlier, President Trump expressed confidence an Iranian drone was downed in the Strait of Hormuz as it approached a U.S. warship Thursday. However, as AP's Sagar Meghani reports, Iran's Revolutionary Guards say the incident did not happen.
A day after saying the USS Boxer took defensive action when the drone got too close and did not back away.
No doubt about it. No, we shot it down.
The Pentagon says the Boxer actually used electronic jamming to bring the drone down and did not fire a missile. Iran says none of the above. The whole thing never happened, and all drones were safely back at their bases. Neither side is providing evidence to prove its claims, though Iran's Revolutionary Guard did release video the drone shot of the Boxer and other vessels, without saying how that proves no drones went down. Sagar Meghani, Washington.
For more, visit our website, voanews.com. This is VOA News. A large portion of the United States is sweltering under a massive heat wave. Forecasters say more than 87 million Americans live in areas where record temperatures will likely be set Saturday. National Weather Service meteorologist Bob Oravec says heat and humidity are expected to drive temperatures into triple digits Fahrenheit.
From the lee of the Central Rockies through a good part of the Midwest, Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, and into the Northeast, and across those areas, temperatures will be in the 95 to 100 degree range. And when you factor in the humidity levels, the heat indices are going to be in the 105 to 110 degree range.
The temperature in Washington, D.C. is expected to reach 43.3 degrees Celsius. Meteorologists say for a short while it will feel as hot in Washington as it does in Death Valley, California. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo confirmed in Argentina Friday the United States has imposed financial sanctions against a Hezbollah militant group leader suspected of directing a deadly 1994 bombing of a Jewish community center in Buenos Aires. In his remarks in Buenos Aires Friday, Pompeo announced the newly imposed U.S. sanctions against Hezbollah operative Salman Rauf Salman.
Salman Rauf Salman served as the on-the-ground coordinator for the Amia bombing and remains a wanted man who continues plotting terrorism on behalf of Hezbollah.
The visit to Argentina coincided with the 25th anniversary of the bombing of the Jewish Community Center, which left 85 people dead. The Argentine government has said Hezbollah was responsible for the attack. A 42-year-old man from Brooklyn, New York, is back on U.S. soil, charged with fighting for the Islamic State terror group as a sniper before rising through the ranks to become an emir. Charges against Ruslan Maratovich Asianov were unsealed on Friday, one day after U.S.-backed Syrian Democratic Forces handed him over to U.S. law enforcement. The U.S. military flew Asianov back to New York, where he appeared before a judge on Friday. According to court documents, Asianov, a naturalized citizen who came to the U.S. from Kazakhstan, traveled to Syria in late 2013, where he began fighting with ISIS as a sniper. Eventually, he became one of the terror group's emirs, responsible for establishing training camps for IS recruits. And a powerful bomb blast outside the gates of Kabul University in the Afghan capital on Friday killed at least 8 people and wounded 33 others as students and lawyers waited to take an examination. For more on these stories, be sure to visit our website, voanews.com. I'm David Byrd, VOA News.